Hi friends, welcome to the Velocity tutorial. In this video, I am going to explain about integration procedure. As we know, in Velocity we will be having integration procedure component. Let's see what is that. Integration procedure is used to get the data or to post the data to the Salesforce, and also this can be called from many of the places like OmniScripts and also cards, and also from the Apex methods also we can call this integration procedure. And integration procedure is a fully configurable, and there is no need of code for this. Yes. And also integration procedure manipulate the data behind the scenes. They are especially useful in the some scenarios, like we have an idea on model view controller. If we observe the controller, the user cannot see the controller, and the business logics will be written in the controller. Like the same way here, IP will handle the business logic. Yes, let me explain how IP works. Suppose if we create any IP here, if we create IP, and this with IP is a combination of data wrappers and many actions like remote actions, HTTP actions. There are a lot of actions which I am going to tell in future. In this, there are a lot of actions. With that actions, IP may post the data to the Salesforce, or it may get the data from the Salesforce, or it may be manipulated the data. Based on the requirement, we can set up the IP, and this IP will called from the OS, and also this will perform the operation, and it will give the response to the OS. And this one IP will be considered as one call for the server. That means if in this there are let's suppose there are two to three uh, insert operations are there in the IP. Then the server will consider as only one hit. If we know that three hits are going to happen on the server, but internally it will server consider as one hit. By this, the performance will be increased. So this is the way how IP works. And let's visit the org, and let's see how we can configurable this IP. If we on the integration procedure tab, we need to click on new, so that new integration procedure will be created. For that, we need to give unique name for that. Let me create one account and opportunities here. We can give any name like account of the creation. I'll give type is a type, and subtype should be unique names to identify the integration procedure. I'll give account of the in subtype creation. Here this is the IP, and here there are two tabs, which is groups and actions. We can perform a number of actions using this. And in the groups, we can use catch block and conditional block and try catch block. I'll tell what are these groups. Let's use a simple let's create a simple IP to create the account opportunities. Now I'll use the post action, that is post data wrapper. Okay, I need to save this. Then it will be created. Now I can use this data wrapper post action to create the IP. Here I am giving as post or create account of the actually I have created my this data wrapper to post the uh, account time opportunity. Here I have selected. If you see my previous video, you can see how to create a data wrapper. This is a post data wrapper, that means load data wrapper. This is a load data wrapper. If you observe here, if you see my previous video load data wrapper, you will get to know how to create the load data wrapper using velocity. Here we need to select account and we need to select opportunity, and also we need to link both account and opportunity with the account ID as they are internally related. I'm creating a link here, account ID equal to ID, which I'm going to which this ID is going to pass here. And in the fields, if you observe, I'm passing account name and record ID. Record ID, let it now let it be disabled. Let it be disabled, this one. And now I'm only using account name. And opportunity, I have already linked this, so it will be coming by default. And I have used close date, opportunity. These are the mandatory fields to create opportunity. So I will pass to this data wrapper these three variables. If you see the consolidated list, you will get to know these are all the things I need to pass from the IP. Now let's go to the IP here. Here we need to give the name. I'm copying the data wrapper name and I'm giving the name. Yes, I'm selecting this one. Here I need to pass the inputs to the data wrapper. For that, I'm adding the inputs here. Okay, I'll give ACC name. And also name, close date, opti name, stage name. Close date, opti name, stage name. Close date, opti name and stage name. I'm going to pass from here. And whatever I'm passing, this is I'm hard coding. This is a not good way to do. For that, we need to have one more things, that is set values. Set values is like we are setting some values. Suppose this is a set value. Let me introduce this set value for you. This is set value where we need to set the values here. I'm naming as set vars because we are setting the variables here. Like here I'm setting account. Let me ACC name, that is I'll be writing test, and stage I need to set, and date, stage date, this is close date, so I'm using close date. And also what I'm passing, stage name, opti name, close date, account name. Opti name. Okay, now I'm passing stage name as closed one, close date as today 13/06/2021, and opti name as opti test. This is the thing I'm passing, so that I need to access this records this variables by instead of writing in a text, instead of writing here, I can write here as set values column acc name, whatever we have written here, the name we need to give that, like this we need to instead of access this data, we need to uh, write our name like this, so it will be accessible. And this should be in the percentage, because to act we don't want this name, we want the dynamic name of this thing, so we are using percentage to get the dynamic value. Same way we need to pass for everyone. Yes, now I have created uh, all the variables whatever needs to be sent to the data wrapper. Here everything will be sent to the data wrapper and it will create the opportunity and account records here. Let's try how it will work now. Yes, I'll click on execute. If you have anything to pass, we need to pass from the key value pair. If I don't have anything, I can directly click on execute, so that we can debug based on this. We can see in this drop down, we can see number of things like debug log. If the debug log will get, and also full JSON data, whatever the output is coming, we will be getting that. And original input, nothing we are sending like to the IP, we are nothing sending to the IP here. And also in the execution sequence, if you observe execution, first set will be executed, then after create account opportunity data wrapper will be executed. If we click on set vals, then we'll get the input for that. Set vals debugs, these are the inputs and all. If we click on data raptor name, we'll get the output of the data raptor, output in the sense JSON response. If we click on debug, the data raptor name debug, will get the input for the data raptor. These are the things what we need to debug from the debug log. Here I want to create an account with a specific record type. In my org there are several record types. I need only service record type to be displayed, to be created on the integration procedure. For that I am taking extract data wrapper to get the record type ID. For that I have created a new data wrapper for this, which will get the record type ID based on the type. Developer name is like that record type name. Based on developer name, I am getting the record type ID by like this. If you observe the output tab, you will get to know I'm passing the record type ID, then I'll get the record ID here. So I get this ID based on, if it is service I will getting this ID. If you go to the IP, we need to copy this data wrapper. If you want to know how data wrapper will be created, please watch my previous video so that you will be learn how to create the data wrapper in post and extract. Here I'll give my data wrapper name, then I'll give the inputs, whatever the inputs I need to pass. Service that needs to be passed in the string, and also filter values type whatever I have used in the data wrapper. This is it. If you observe in the extract tab, you will see type as a filter value, and for that I am passing as type, and it is a service, so the service will be created. Let's see how it will work, whether the data wrapper is working or not. If we click on execute in the debug log, if we click on execution sequence, we'll get to know our data wrapper is fired. Let's debug the data wrapper. Yes, we are getting the record type ID here. Whatever the response coming from the data wrapper, the same response we'll be getting in the IP. So now we need to map the data wrapper to the account. For that we need to get this thing first, API name of the data wrapper. Here we need to pass to the we need to pass that. Yes, here we need to add, here we need to add things. Inside the percentage I need to give data wrapper name colon record type colon id. Since I am getting the record type colon id, I need to access this id. What I need to do, record type colon id. So I am placing the same thing, record type colon id. Before this I need to get it from the data wrapper, so I'll be writing this. I need to get this from data wrapper, so I'm writing this one. Let's see what is the name of the record type here in the account creation. This is the ACC record id. I have deactivated this. Let's activate this. Is disable equal to false, then it will work. ACC record id I need to place here. ACC id is equal to this name. Yes. Now if I click on preview, let's execute this one. If we execute this one, we'll get to know whether our record is created or not. Just click on create opti, this one, we'll get the output. Yes, we have got the account. Let's verify this account of which type, which record type it is. Let's verify this one. I'm refreshing this page. Let it refresh. Here opportunity is also created with this id. Opportunity is also created with the given data. Let's see this account first. If we click on details, we'll get to know what is the record type id for this. It is billing. Let's debug this. What is the issue? If we click on data wrapper extract, we got this record type id. Let's verify whether the input is going correct or not. See, record type, the input is not going correct. Let's debug this, how to get the exact data. For that I'll click on debug full response. So I'll copy this response and I'll be pasting online JSON editor, so that we can differentiate the code with the nodes. This is a easy way. This is some trick to get the data without error. See, this is the nodes what I got. I need this data wrapper record type colon id. For that I need to write data wrapper name. Here I need to write data wrapper name, then record type. I need to copy this, and in between I need to use colon record type. Then after I need to use this one, so that id we can access from there. Colon paste. This should be, as I said, to get the dynamic value, this should be in the percentage. Then now let's try for that. If you click on execute, let's see whether the input is going good or not. Let's see, now record is going. Let's verify this account now, account id. Now the account will be, you can see that account. Here also we got opportunity here. If we click on details, we'll get to know what type of record type it has. See, account record type is service. So there, now account is created with the service record type. Now I hope this is working fine as expected. As expected, we can find, but the if you want to add anything, you can add any actions between this or after this. By that it will be working. And also we can also activate this version. If you click on procedure, then activate version, so this will be activated, and this can be used anywhere in the Omni Studio, like cards or any Apex class or any in Omni scripts like that. This is about Omni integration procedure. I will explore more on this in the next video. Thank you. Please subscribe and please comment.